Okay, so we're going to walk you through Google Calendar. Google Calendar, another app in your G Suite that is incredibly powerful and tied into all your other Google products. First, you can find it through your 9 dots or your waffle or your breadcrumbs, whatever you call it. Google Calendar will take you to calendar.google.com. If you'd prefer to go to calendar.google.com, you're more than welcome to. You also have the ability to put it on your phone. You also have the ability to put Google Calendar on your Android in the Google Play Store. One other feature that I use that I'd be glad to show you if you have any interest is I actually just make my Google Calendar here and then sync it to my actual phone calendar. That way I can pull up my Google Calendar and my iPhone calendar and keep a private calendar and a Google Calendar. I also have some people who make two calendars, one that's public and one that's private in their Gmail, and we can show you how to do that as well. Right now, we're just going to kind of walk you through where most of the buttons are and how to kind of generally navigate your Google Calendar. So over the course of this playlist, we're going to try and talk about every button and every option that might be common. So to start, on calendar.google.com or however you pull up, it's going to pull up something similar to this. On the three lines on the upper left, you're going to be able to pull the menu up, or down, in or out, depending on how you want to phrase that. You can activate the menu or turn it off if that helps. This button doesn't do anything, just an icon. This here, if you get deep in the calendar and need to return to today, you can do that. This lets you flip between months. Over here, this is a search tool. It does have advanced search options. So if you do need to pull up an advanced search, you can look for what, who, where, what does it not have. You can do dates and otherwise. This is the support button to get to the Google support, and these are your settings. Now, for example, one thing for me is my color set is modern with white text. You can flip to classic with black text. I just prefer the modern. And the information density, I have it responsive to my screen, but that's up to you. In terms of other settings, when you open that up, there are quite a few. A couple that are useful. You can go and make default event settings. So if you want default meeting settings, like if you're going to schedule a lot of meetings, do you normally do them for 60 or do you have some other time? In terms of view options, you can tell it not to show weekends if you want, not to show declined events if you want, or show declined events. You can show week numbers, events from Gmail. If you get invited to something, will it automatically put you on the calendar or not? You can play with those settings. Working hours, this is pretty nifty if you're going to set your working hours so people know. That way if they invite you, it actually tells them like this is outside of their working hours. That's a pretty useful tool. And then you can put your work location. That's all in settings. When you want to get out of settings, just press the back button in the upper left. Now, the other button across the top here, this is something that a lot of people get confused by, is they'll be looking at a day and they don't realize how to get to the month. You can toggle between day, week, month, year, 4-day calendars. You can kind of customize your view to how you like. For me, I tend to like the month view. Now in the next video, what we're going to do is take you through the bottom left and then kind of how the actual calendar works.